this starts to outline why when you get here, this starts to look like Death Valley, because people are trying to do the same thing that got them to this point to get them to the next point. You'll find a lot of people that will run up to this number and then they will inevitably backslide. And the reason for that is once you get to this range at 225 to 300, math starts to work against you. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is at 225 or even 300, let's just use 300 because it's a round number. At 300 people, and so we're talking about the top end of this, a 5% churn is going to look like 15 people walking out the door every single month. Okay. And if you think about what that means for sales, right, it's going to be unlikely in most instances that you're going to be looking at a scenario where only having one source of acquisition, meaning your website, you're getting organic leads, is going to outpace a very good churn in that scenario. So at 225, if we look at churn, if we look at churn at 225 members, at 5%, you're talking about 12 people. At 3%, you're talking about 7. Now, if we use our lead need calculation and we just say, okay, well then I need to be 3x churn. Let's use 5%. So I need to be 3x that number right there, which means I'm going to need 36 leads a month in order to beat the churn. Okay. And in a lot of instances, it's not likely that you're going to be getting 36 leads organically coming through your website. So if you get to this point and you don't have good outbound activity, you don't have good referral offerings, you're not closing at a really, really high percentage, you're not going to survive at this point very long. You are going to backslide very quickly. You're going to be like, oh, this was cool. This is not so cool anymore. Because what I will also tell you, having done this several times, is backsliding from one phase to the next hurts a lot, right? Because as you grow, you know what you also do? You start bringing on staff, you start incurring more expenses. And when you backslide off of those, then you have to lay people off and you have to tighten the belt for your budget. So this is Death Valley because, again, the math starts to work against you. And what this starts to look like is you must solve the single channel issue as you're getting to this point, and you need to for sure make sure that you've optimized your sales process and your website so that you're getting as much as you can out of that, because now what you're gonna have to start looking at is what does my outbound activity look like in order to keep moving. And eventually, as you get to these larger numbers, paid traffic is all but necessary in those scenarios, because you're looking at, even with the best churn, you're looking at 20 to 25 people walking out the door every single month like clockwork. And if you have not solved for that, you're just going to shrink over and over and over again.